Here's a quiz. What do these two guys have in common? There's Mike Leach, winning as coach in Texas Tech school history. Folks lined up for hours a couple of weeks ago just to see him. 9 years after he got fired and cheated by the school out of $2.5 million. Then there's this weasel, Bernie Madoff, who ripped off billions of dollars from investors all over the world. It was the biggest Ponzi scheme in history. So what do these two have in common? Absolutely nothing. Reminds me of a song.
Yeah, absolutely nothing. Yeah, absolutely nothing. Say it again, y'all. Remember this. If Texas Tech wins this game.
In 2002, Mike Leach was leading Texas Tech to the first of many 9-win seasons. That same year, Texas Tech was investing a lot of the school's money in a hedge fund called the Ariel Fund Limited.
Say it again, y'all.
Oops. The money ended up with Bernie Madoff.
9 of his former investors told the judge their stories of ruin, some breaking down in tears.
Here's where it gets really weird. There are lots of stories about the Texas Treasury losing $20 million in the Bernie Madoff scandal. So when we first heard that Tech had a Bernie problem too, we thought it would be a simple question to answer. How much of Tech's money disappeared in the Bernie Madoff Ponzi scheme? No matter how hard we looked, we couldn't find a single story by the Lubbock media anywhere on the web about it. And now we know why.
At the federal prison in North Carolina, where Bernard Madoff is serving a 150-year sentence,
Bernie Madoff has been rotting away in prison for nearly a decade. But Texas Tech still is fighting to keep secret just how much Red Raider money went poof. And they're trying to use Coach Mike Leach as the reason why. Really? Texas Tech is now asking their buddies at the Attorney General's office to say they can keep details about their Bernie Madoff financial disaster a secret because we filed a lawsuit trying to prove how Mike Leach got cheated. You can't make this stuff up. So again, I ask you, what in the world does Mike Leach have to do with Bernie Madoff?
Absolutely nothing. Yeah, absolutely nothing. Say it again, y'all.
You gotta love the coach. He asked if I think Texas Tech cheated him out of all those millions because they'd lost all their money in the Bernie Madoff scandal and just didn't want to admit that they were suddenly broke. Texas Tech should be ashamed of itself, these latest secrets. This is a state university. Lots of folks got ripped off by Bernie Madoff, but they have an obligation to full disclosure. And trying to hide more stuff because of Mike Leach? Every day, Texas Tech is hurting its reputation. Every single day by these silly, secretive games. We say pay Coach Leach. Texas Tech will never get back all the millions they lost in the Bernie Madoff scandal, but the Board of Regents can get square with Mike Leach.